Welcome back to the Suburban 4-7 Sports Cave. I just had an ice cube in my mouth, and I wanted to chew it, but then I didn't want to. I didn't want to chew it and have everyone like here at home be like, "What is that weird?" Swallow it. Anyways, the ice cube is gone because it's getting hot up in here.
Oh, hot takes.
It's a little hot up in here. A little Nelly reference for you out there. Hot takes. I'm going. Not her.
You gotta be her, hot her.
It was H-U-R-R. Anyways,
Very Atlanta.
We could debate that at another time. What we are going to debate, a couple of topics. These two have no idea what we're going to bring up, but we're going to bring up these hot takes, and I want a stance from each of you, very firm stance.
Got it.
And then I'll kind of mediate and see who's right and who's wrong because I hold that type of power.
A good posture. I can give you a straight
show.
stance.
It is my show. All right, first one. Michigan State came out with those beautiful Cotton Bowl rings, the championship rings. Hey, there's a picture of it. Take a look. Wow. It's got the nice trophy on the left side. 2015 up at the top. But if you look at the bottom right-hand corner, it's going to start moving here any minute. Ah, there it is. You see a score between Michigan State and U of M. A 5-7 U of M team has made the ring of the Cotton Bowl champs. Guys, give me your hot take on whether or not you love this move, hate this move, or indifferent to this move, or does it light a fire?
Well, listen, in all full disclosure, I'm a noted Michigan face painter, which is fine. But I think this is ridiculous. I know that Michigan State has dominated the series 6 to 7 years, Justin. I know that Jim Harbaugh's taking his shirt off, and that makes more news than Michigan State being ranked in the top 5. But putting the Michigan score on a Cotton Bowl ring, it was a great game, great win versus Baylor. But why would you put that on a Cotton Bowl ring? It has nothing to do with that rivalry, the Big Ten, or anything else.
I can't defend it when you're Michigan State and you're a program that's got to the level that they've got to recently. I mean, they are one of the best teams in the Big Ten right now. You don't need to celebrate every win over Michigan by putting it on a ring. You don't need that ring to begin with for winning the Cotton Bowl. You get rings when you win the Rose Bowl, maybe, when you win a Big Ten championship. You get a ring when you win the national championship, should they ever get there. You don't need to get a Cotton Bowl ring, and you sure don't need to put the score of your Michigan game on your Cotton Bowl ring to celebrate that. Everybody in the program knows that they've beaten Michigan, that they've handled Michigan.
The hottest take of all is that Michigan will and always will be, in Mark D'Antonio's eyes, the key defining moment of any given season. And I think
it should be.
And I think, don't interrupt my hot take. How dare you?
I'm a rookie.
My hot take. And so now I'm all flustered. God, Leach. So when he says, guys, we need to keep our eyes on the prize because beating Michigan every year gets us to our next goal. We don't beat Michigan, we don't win the West or the East. We don't get to the Big Ten championship game. We don't have any higher goals to reach towards if we don't beat that one team. And they're just a constant reminder of.
It feels like little brother complex to me. I don't use that. I don't use that term. I'm not.
And I can see it that way.
State, and I think that what it comes off is to me too. That there's a little bit of a complex. That
I'm with you on the sense that the seasons and Michigan seasons have been defined in the past on the Ohio State game. So I understand that. But putting it on a Cotton Bowl ring, like you said, national title, even the Rose Bowl, that's fine. But on a Cotton Bowl ring, that seems a little. Come on.
Yeah. Well. We could probably debate this for another hour, but we got to move on. The U.S. Open, I don't know if you guys have watched much of this U.S. Open, but some of these shots. Now, Jason Day's story is an unbelievable story. The guy gets vertigo, collapses on the 18th, and somehow manages to be tied atop the leaderboard after day 3. Here he is hitting a nice little par putt to end his round, or birdie putt, excuse me. He birdied 17 and 18 yesterday. And then we're going to see a circus shot here in a hot second. J.B. Holmes hits this miraculous bunker shot. And guys, just give me your take. Do you think that this is a little bit extreme for these golfers? Wouldn't you rather see good golf than this kind of circusy, or do you like this kind of circusy?
You know what I'd rather see? Tiger Woods. I'm going to be honest. I'd rather see Tiger Woods.
You lost that chance.
No, look, I can't say that I've watched much of this U.S. Open, but I will say, look, give them as tough a course as possible as there is to play. Look, I'm a hack. I'm terrible at golf, right? But I want to watch. I want to see these courses that are super challenging to these guys. These are the best guys in the world. I want to see them tame it. And should they put up a score in the mid-60s, the low 60s, I would walk away thinking that's wonderful.
Listen, I've loved it. U.S. Open has always meant a lot to me. It's on Father's Day. It's the second major, and you mentioned Tiger Woods. The cut line was 20. We'd still be watching it right now. But these courses, the USGA purposely wants you to be over par to win them. This is actually a little easier than they thought it would be. The 6-hour rounds, marking the greens with white little dots. I think it's fascinating. And I think that you mentioned Jason Day, who you talk about gutting it out. I mean, that guy was, fell over twice yesterday.
The playoff music has started, and Leach just kept on talking. Love having him on the show. He's got a great final thought. So does Dave. I do as well. That's coming up next on the Suburban 47 Sports Game. Stay with us.